Hi, class. Welcome back. Spring break is over. I hope you got a lot of rest. I was very particular not to make any assignments that would linger over spring break so that you could really get some rest. So let's kind of talk about what's coming up because we have quite a few things that I need to highlight for you. You are aware, of course, according to your syllabus, that you have a test coming up Wednesday, the 15th, and I will put it out there until the 17th according to your schedule. The reason why there's a short window is because I'm trying to allow you to have an additional grade to count towards your 10-week grade, so I'm going to have to really grade them pretty quickly. The reason why I think that is essential now more than I did before was because there are a few of you all who are missing assignments. This course is not designed for optional assignments. You have to make every assignment because we're not coming to a brick and mortar classroom. So when I require you to respond to a student, you really have to respond to that student in order for you to get your full participation grade for an assignment or for the discussion board task. So that is going to weigh heavily on those of you all who have not submitted some of your assignments, because at this point I'm going to count them. I did not rely on them very heavily at your 5-week grade because I tried to give you an adjustment period. Right now, if you were in a brick and mortar classroom, the adjustment would be over. You would know one another very well. I don't think you all have accomplished that, but nonetheless, we have to move on. So, hopefully, this might help some of those of you who have missing assignments because they count as 0 if they're graded assignments, and your participation grade goes down. So, if I'm looking at 100% participation from this point, you can't get 100 points if you haven't participated in everything. And that would include your discussion board assignments, okay? So, let's talk about this exam. I am going to tweak it somewhat because I'm hoping that by way of me wanting this grade for you more than you want it for you, for some of you, this might lessen the load. So on your syllabus, it indicates all units, and that's what I normally do. I incorporate all chapters from this point. However, I'm going to tweak that a little bit. So we're going to concentrate only on chapters 8, 10, and 11. So hopefully that will make a great difference in your ability to be successful in answering the questions. I have not in the past extended the time beyond an hour unless it's a true midterm, which we don't necessarily have at NSU any longer. I may consider doing that simply because I want you to thoroughly answer the questions, but know that your answers will be marked incorrect when it's the exact same wording as the textbook, because that tells me you're copying from the textbook. And I need your understanding and your critical thinking applied to the answers. So the test won't be any longer than it normally is, I don't think, but it may be more in-depth and require you to answer, as I would expect a college student to be able to answer at the 300 level. Okay? Okay. So also, let me mention a couple of other things. So we have here, coming up, a major assignment, your human rights assignment in April. And the reason why I'm mentioning that first is because it needs to be a stellar project. This is not something that you throw together haphazardly. It should be extremely in-depth. It should be extremely informative. It should be colorful, and it should be creative, okay? So I just want you to keep that in mind, all right? A part of that assignment, remember, is also a student response. So go out there and read that information. Okay, so I have some of my very, very eager beavers who I should give some great kudos to. And I'm sorry, I didn't copy your names down, but I have 2 people who've already submitted some of their assignment works. And I am very, very pleased with that. So I will make sure that I give you your STAR credentials later for submitting things very, very early. Okay, now if you'll notice in your emails, you all have an announcement from the School of Extended Learning, and it's virtual study groups. So I want you to go out there and look at those so that if at any way possible, because you all have a very, very diverse schedule, so it may not work as well as I would like for it to, the opportunity for you to use that virtual study session. And I haven't gone out there and looked at it myself since it's been in real life terms. So I'm going to go out there and take a look at it, and maybe I can see if there's anything that we might be able to do with it. I doubt I will, because I did not have the kind of response I expected from the Blackboard collab. I had a few people who told me what their schedule was, so I won't be as excited about doing that any longer. However, I am providing for those of you who were informative of me for your schedule for Blackboard collab, which was Friday Night Live, and for those who participated, I will provide you the right amount of credit. Okay? All right. So don't forget that the Undergraduate Research Symposium, which is on campus, which you may not be able to attend, of course, but I would certainly like to see you all there if you are in the area. I know some of you all are traveling out on the high seas. Hello to our military folks. And some of you all are not residents of the area. So for that, I may need to figure out a way how I can creatively get you some information from the research symposium without infringing upon people's personal rights, because I don't want to walk around and try to get everyone to sign a release form for me to be able to record them, and that's been my hesitancy in doing that. I tried to put together a group that might incorporate some virtual knowledge with the research symposium, but it did not work out. Try again next year, right? Okay. And the career fair is the 23rd of March. So I also want you to take a look at that. And if you are in the area, I do want you to attend. Please let me know if you have. Email me something. I also have something that I'm going to post for you. I was fortunate enough to be able to talk about Social Work Month, School Social Work Week, and some of our trainings that take place at Norfolk State University for school social workers in the public school setting. So I'm going to send you a clip of that, making sure that you can see it, and ask for you to respond to that as well. That is an extra assignment that I hope might be able to help you all in your grades and to be able to communicate with one another. Okay, so please let me know if you have any questions or concerns. Please feel free to email me. You know how to get in contact with me. I hope you all have pre-registered at this point. Please do so if you have not. You do not want to wait until classes are full, okay? And happy Social Work Month. If you can make any of the engagements that are posted weekly by Dr. Erickson for the Social Work Month celebrations, please do so. These are events that we really schedule for you all. And for those of you all who are not in the area, email me and let me know how do you think I might be able to incorporate you in the month's activity when you're unable to get to a physical brick and mortar campus. Okay? Thank you so much. Have a successful week. Okay? Looking forward to you doing extremely well on this exam. All right. Take care.